6,000 years ago, people began settling along a river in northeastern Africa. No army, no empire, no pyramids yet, just families, farmers, and a river that changed everything. Welcome to AEVUM, and welcome to ancient Egypt. Here is a fact that should surprise you. Egypt is surrounded by desert on three sides: the Sahara to the west, the Arabian Desert to the east, and harsh terrain to the south. Nothing grows in those deserts, nothing survives. But every single year, the Nile River flooded its banks. It soaked the ground and left behind what the ancient Egyptians called Kemet, meaning the Black Land, the richest, darkest, most fertile soil in the ancient world. The Nile provided food, soil, water, and transportation, ducksters, for an entire civilization. And when people have food, they have time. Time to think. Time to build. Time to create something extraordinary. That's where Egypt begins. By 6000 BC, people had already settled in Egypt. Over time, small villages joined together to become states, until two kingdoms emerged: Lower Egypt in the north and Upper Egypt in the south. Two kingdoms, two rulers, and constant tension between them. Then around 3100 BC, everything changed. Ancient Egypt emerged from prehistory when Upper and Lower Egypt were united by Menes, who is believed by the majority of Egyptologists to have been the same person as Narmer. We have physical proof of this moment: a carved stone called the Narmer Palette, discovered in 1898, showing a king wearing a double crown, uniting two worlds into one. Egypt was unified around 3100 BC and lasted as a leading economic and cultural influence throughout North Africa for nearly 3,000 years. 3,000 years. Think about that. Now, the pyramids. The Great Pyramid of Giza was built around 2560 BC for Pharaoh Khufu. For nearly 4,000 years, it was the tallest man-made structure on Earth. Here is what most people get wrong about the pyramids. The workers were not slaves. Egyptian workers organized the first labor strike recorded in history and had the first recorded healthcare plan. Archaeological records show they were paid, fed, and given medical care. We even found ancient papyrus records showing workers filing complaints about bad food 5,000 years ago, and people were already upset about lunch. Ancient Egyptian astronomers created a calendar based on the sun's rotation and are thought to be the first civilization to measure a year using 365 days. Historians also think that division and multiplication were first developed by these people. You cannot build the pyramids without advanced mathematics, and they figured it all out. Egyptian civilization wasn't just about building things, it was about belief. According to legend, the jackal-headed god Anubis helped guide people to the underworld, where they would be judged by its ruler, the god Osiris. And to enter that afterlife, your body had to be preserved. So the Egyptians developed mummification, a 70-day process of preserving the body for eternity. Being mummified was an important part of how Egyptians believed their soul would enter the afterlife. Even pets, like cats, dogs, or monkeys, would join them there. The result? Bodies that survived 3,000 years. We can still study them today. Their diseases, their diet, even their DNA. The ancient Egyptians developed a highly sophisticated culture, which made significant advances in medical practices, architectural innovations, and a vision of the afterlife grander and more comforting than any other of its time. Ancient Egypt gave the world writing, mathematics, medicine, the 365-day calendar, and a belief that every human life matters, even after death. Not bad for a civilization that started as a few farming villages on a riverbank. Next time on AEVUM, we meet the most powerful woman in the ancient world, a queen who spoke 9 languages and nearly brought Rome to its knees. Subscribe to AEVUM so you never miss an age. I'll see you in the next era.